All right, we're live on YouTube. This is ExO Economy Core. I do not know how many it's been. It's been a lot. Kevin, you said something the other day. You're like, yeah, I've been doing this OpenExO live show for a year and a half. I'm like, I've been doing this one every week since like 2017, and I was like, no sympathy, no. But yeah, it was fun. But look, if you haven't, go check out some of the most recent OpenExO lives from Kevin at media.exoworld.live. I don't think there's a link straight to your page, Kevin, on that page. It's harder to find, but you can post the links. They're really good, and the last few have been fantastic and incredible members from the OpenExO community. It's always good to highlight that. And today, I did see Vanessa. It looked like she was on the phone. I was going to let her go first today because I almost always put her at the end unconsciously. So I was going to let her go first today, but she's disappeared on me. So today, I thought we would have Lisa, Jillian, and Yaroslav go first if they would like. And then we'll jump over to Eric and Nikki. Just mix it up a bit. But let's get those project updates in. Hi, Lisa.
Hello. So basically, we're still just working on the book. ExO Insights is live, working on some articles. I'm finishing up an article, but I still got to reach out to Yaroslav and Kevin.
Hang on, Lisa. We got to have live demos when you say stuff like that.
Oh,
look.
Sorry.
What is this?
This is the ExO Insights site. So we are going to be reaching out to people to help contribute articles to the Insights website. And I'm working on one for the awards event that's coming up. And so I'll be reaching out to Yaroslav and Kevin for some quotes shortly. Okay. Yeah, and working on the book. Waiting for Mike Malone to get me a script so I can compare it with the foundations and update look to see where we can update the foundations course related to the book. And those are the big, I'm sure there's something else, but that's.
Well, visit insight.openexo.com and you can see what Lisa wrote about the updating of the book as well. And know that is a community sourced publication. I've put my first article in. I'm bugging Lisa for when it's going to publish, and we're hoping to see submissions from all over the community. So if you're seeing this now, if you're watching the replay, this is your publication. If you're in the OpenExO community and you have the capability and desire to write articles, reach out to us, reach out to Lisa. If you don't know how to find her, that's your first challenge. Okay, if you can get over that hump, then we can take you the rest of the way. So
I also got a new email today. So
I will say it on YouTube, but yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. So I will put the email in the circle. I'll send it out in circles so people can
gotcha
as well.
All right, you might get email you don't want if you
put it on.
Yeah. True. All right. So great, Lisa. Thank you so much. So let's go with Jillian and Yaroslav.
Hi guys. I don't have much of an update today. I was just working with Nikki with just finalizing the last bit of the stats for the doubling challenge. So I'm just figuring out how to use some machine learning to tag some stuff so we don't have to do it. It's taking too long to tag it manually. But yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment.
Get into machine learning, huh?
Yeah, got to do something to make life simpler.
I got access to the OpenAI GPT-3 beta a couple of weeks ago, Jillian. It's super fun. I have to show you what I've been experimenting with. It's pretty crazy, like some of the stuff you can do with that thing.
Awesome.
All right, Yaroslav.
Excellent. Greetings, everybody. So from my side, on the side of the programs, we're actually launching a trainer course today. We have a lot of people paying in EXOs in this cohort. So that kind of seems that continues to work. We've also, during the coach course that is now happening, we've had a lot of people coming in being paid in EXOs as kind of advisors and also disruptors next week. So that's just kind of an ongoing update, but EXOs are being heavily used inside the training and certification. And we are 1 week away from the deadline for voting for the EXO Awards. So it's been launched the week before. Thank you very much, Kent. And we have actually over 500 votes already, but still looking for more. But it's very exciting. There's a lot of posts happening on social media. Applicants are posting and people are posting, and also the event is being promoted. So just for anybody watching this, if you haven't voted yet, this is our first edition of the EXO Awards. We have over 50 very exciting projects. We have the panel of judges that Ken is showing. We're actually going to be meeting next week to make their decision, because they count for 60% of the results and 40% is the vote, the community vote. And then once that is picked, we will kind of work with the winners to prepare them a bit. And the event itself takes place on the 29th of July between 3 to 7 p.m. CEST. So if you have not voted yet, please go and vote. Read the exciting projects. They are really, really awesome projects from our community. All of these are our community members making a difference in the world. So great kind of to have a look there. And then also sign up for the event itself and promote it to, if you're a consultant, promote it to your clients, bring them in. Maybe they will get inspired by hearing what other projects and other companies have done. If you have friends or other people who might be thinking to get involved with our community, bring them in as well as guests. So the event is for free to attend. And again, it's on the 29th of July. So thank you very much, Kent. That was very helpful to see everything live.
Vanna White's got nothing on me. All right. Let's go over to Eric and Nikki.
Thanks, Kent. Good to see everyone. Yeah, the project continues with bringing the EXOs to market. As I think many of you know, we're getting there. The tech team continues to kind of do what they need to do, and looking to get them together actually this week for a little quick check-in, just to kind of make sure we're on track. But it does seem like that everybody's doing what they need to do, so that's good. Moving on to the core treasury, we continue to fund some sway proposals. Currently, we're looking at getting Nikki over some additional funds. And based on that, another thing that we talked about that I always keep forgetting to bring up, and now might be a good time to do that, just again, let folks know that we're thinking about this and be able to get some initial feedback. And again, feel free to put it in the chat as well, is to do some sort of regularly occurring community-wide thing. It could be every quarter. In particular, those sway proposals that have gotten funded, just to see how they're doing, right? Beyond just the monthly accounting that we're asking people to do on Discord as well as the platform, but just a little bit of a show and tell, right? A little bit of a social kind of a community thing, and really just more focused on less about transactions and like EXO spent and in the EXO economy, but really what's been kind of the impact. And I know,
Yeah.
right? And that's like really hard to measure, of course, but open for ideas on how we can do that. So we're thinking about quarterly, maybe, in August could be the earliest after the EXO Awards later this month. And just to have everybody check in, we make it voluntarily. Doesn't have to be a big PowerPoint slide deck thing, but just to be like, how are things going in the weeks or months since you've been funded? What have you been doing? Obviously to kind of, like sell the different initiatives, get the community involved and all that. So just wanted to kind of open it up for folks to get their feedback on that.
Ooh, I might have an idea. I'm going to hold it for now. I'm going to check and see if it's a good idea while we update. Then awesome, Eric. That's such a great idea. It's all about building community, right, and supporting one another. And even if it was, once a quarter, it doesn't sound like much, but it can add up pretty quick. But I would almost look at every 4 months, but 4/8/12 do it 3 times a year. But anyways, let's go over to Nikki and hear from her next.
All right, thanks everybody. ExO Academy is about to load into beta. We basically have a software system that we're testing. We have the first lesson, which is 4 units of instruction. And so we're going to load that up just to see how the software works and functions for us. We'll let some insiders take a look at that, give some commentary. I got some commentary yesterday that was really good about, sort of the ability to go out and do instruction videos with a mix of humans and, automated voices and avatars to some degree, and then just the instruction itself. So lots of logistics conversations going on. We do have an opportunity to meet with Synthesia, which is the avatar demo that we've seen in a couple of recent videos. And so they're kind of interested in talking to us about possibly accepting EXOs for people using their system. So that's a cool outcome. Angelo is probably going to show an experiment maybe today on some gaming that he's been testing. He's been doing some really awesome research and finding ways for us to go beyond what Jill's working on, which is the day-to-day helping people utilize and earn EXOs in the marketplace. So learn and earn is sort of a motto, and also just being in community and behaving and getting some acknowledgement from that. So that's in the works. Hopefully Angelo can show it or at least talk about it. We're going to do a town hall wrap up sometime in the next couple of months. We're trying to see how that fits into the flow of the other events that are going on. Utilizing a couple of new podcasts that are coming in on the community for blockchain, crypto, and decentralized finance. So some of that intel is starting to come to the surface. We're still looking for writers. If you know of any writers, we will come up with whatever the deal needs to be. We need people who really can write without having to learn before they get those articles out there. So anybody who's a seasoned writer in crypto or blockchain or finance, we're seeking. We've got the analysis of the doubling project coming up. Jill's working on it. She's our data analyst, and I've got all kinds of questions about what more we can do, because there's just so much data, and we really haven't really massaged all of it yet. And so I want to get the best out of it that we can in terms of preparing for the next outlay of a doubling challenge of sorts, so that we do the right thing in a progressive manner and just get more and more and more out of it each time. We are seeking ways to convert EXOs to cash. We've got a couple of sponsor companies that are willing to accept EXOs from us, and then they convert it to cash for the people that we employ within their organizations. So that's a really interesting way of making the maximum, utilization.
It's like a community exchange.
Yeah. It's literally walking the talk of bringing utility to liquidity.
Yeah, that's
and allowing
awesome.
that to work in tandem. And it's legal, and it's not regulated in that way because it's somebody else's issue if we go that route. So it's been an interesting lesson, and we're looking for more and more people that can do that. Looking for dates for all the different events that are happening. Salim will be speaking at A360. We've got the book launch that's coming up, and the awards program, and everything that goes along with that. We'll have the Uniswap launch itself. So just trying to find those dates and those milestones to hit so that we can communicate that effectively and get the best out of our community exposure. And two different needs that I have. One is I need one more vote. If you guys want customer support, we need one more vote. And it's really crazy that I have to keep asking, but if anybody is in the community is willing to go in and start to learn to use Sway, that's where it needs to be. So I just posted the link. And if somebody would please just facilitate getting this customer support role filled, we have a team that's interested in going, but we need to have the approval from the community.
Can I interrupt you for just a second, Nikki?
Sure.
I just want to say something. We're building a DAO. I want everybody to understand this. We may not be building a DAO exactly like you read about in some, publication or magazine. We're building a DAO from the bottom up with our own hard work and labor, like the work that everybody's doing in the Treasury. That's part of building a DAO. This work on governance around proposals for getting things funded, that's something a DAO does. This work on governance for creating and then staffing. You can't even staff a position that doesn't get created. What Nikki's actually proposed to do is create a position. Now she's pre-sold the position. She's got people that want to do it, but she's been shy of one vote for how long? Okay.
Couple of weeks now.
We don't get the privilege to create a DAO
Right.
unless we participate. It is participative democracy or meritocracy, maybe in a way, right? So please hear what Nikki's saying. And if you're watching this, I put the link in YouTube. Nikki put the link in the chat here. If you have not voted on a Sway proposal, this one or any others, and you care at all about the OpenExO community, its economy, its ecosystem at large, it takes a minute to read a proposal, give us your opinion, your vote, and then make the decision. So this is what it's like. There is work to do. If you like to become autonomous, you must take some agency. Okay. So sorry, Nikki, slightly stronger words than you said. You were nicer than me. But the reality is that I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't care deeply.
Right.
I voted, right?
Yeah.
We need a sticker.
There you go.
You know, we need a little sticker with the logo.
Incentivize vote
Because you can
now.
see it
Oh,
on
man.
Zoom calls, right? Like right here, you know? So anyway, yeah, just that's all. Thank you for giving me a second of your updates.
No problem, no problem. And the last need that I have, just in case we miss it at the end, is I would love to be on one of the Treasury calls because I have a lot of feedback based on running businesses in 2 different segments. And so I really want to have a say in how you guys are noodling what's going on in the Treasury.
It is my understanding, Nikki, that they have open positions for observers, and that is the way to.
I don't need another job.
Yeah, no, it's an observer.
Great
You just
feedback.
watch and learn. No, but yeah,
Okay.
watch and learn. So that would be the right framework. But anyway, I'll leave that to them. I don't manage the Treasury, so.
Okay. Very good.
Thank God. No, okay. Yeah. Thank you, treasurers. All right, so let's see. I was gonna have you up first, Vanessa, but you were missing in action. I think you're on the phone. Tell us what's going on out there.
I'm sorry, I got a emergency call from work.
Hope everything's okay.
Yes, everything is just hectic, but you know, challenges. All right, so I shared the stats for the past week on the chat. I am taking a different route on how I'm approaching people to get these channels.
How to choose the right audio apps for you. Which one do you want to use to listen to?
Jesus Christ, hold on. Jesus, Siri, you're just crazy, sorry. I am inviting people. I've been sharing articles of people working on disruptive innovation, disruptive technologies. And so I've been inviting them to join the community. I haven't got any responses yet, but you know, I just playing different ways to get some people to join and learn about our community and hopefully help us make the world a better future. I was not able to meet with you, Kent, about the sponsoring of the upcoming certifications, but I did talk to Anastasia, so we have a plan. I will share that with you. I will send you it on the email, and then we can probably meet or something.
My favorite meeting I didn't have to attend. Got it. Yeah. Thank you.
But yeah, that is all I got for today.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much. I took your numbers and posted them in the YouTube channel as well. So anybody watching over there can see how we're doing on our different channels. And I think we've got, let me see who else here. Angelo, Kevin, and Najib. Did that do it? I think so.
Cool. Thank you very much, guys. Good to see you here, all of you. I have to share some stuff related to some experiment that we are running for the economy, for our community. I need to share the screen. First of all, I invite you to scan this code. This is one of the POP experiment, which is a proof of attendance system that can help us to engage community members in different kind of events. And if you scan this code, you will receive a token. I'm sorry, not a token, an NFT, which is an image. And also it's an image that you can collectible inside the Ethereum. What is the more exciting thing related to the POP is based on the Ethereum, is based on blockchain, and also is using MetaMask. And that kind of knowledge process, it will help us for the next step between ExOs, ExOs, and all of the correlated platforms that are already coming. That's, if you can scan it, please. I will keep it here. We are giving away 50 budget about this experiment. And on the other hand, we are testing this platform. This is a platform that we are testing with Marcelo Burman from Costa Rica. He provided us a kind of engagement system, which is really good, having a lot of experiment. This one is the roulette, and it's super gambling, but it's an experiment. We are testing, and the idea here, I will paste it here. Wait a second, I will paste it on the chat. There you go. If you can test the system, if you can check it out, you just go ahead and spin the wheel and you will earn some EXOs. Basically, the idea here is to bring up some some new community member. Or
Angelo,
whatever.
I still see the QR code. Are you meaning to
right.
show something else?
Yeah, let me share you the other page, this one. There you go.
Thanks.
Can you see it right now?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I pasted the code on the chat. You can check it out, please. And well, this is just one of them, but there is almost like 50 different activities that we can use inside the system. And it takes time to figure it out. It's not simple, but after you do it, you can also brand it with the colors, brand it with the images, or whatever you want to do, right? On the other hand, please claim please claim the token, because we'll be able until Friday. Claim the NFT that is shared on the QR code. On the other hand, I've been working on the academy with Nikki, and we are discussing the next step, the next route. We are thinking about the content creation, how we are going to start talking about the different contents. Basically, there is a lot of information between the blockchain and the cryptocurrency world, but we are focused first on EXOs and WEXOs, and that will be the first kickoff. And also, I need to ask to the community related to kind of idea related in terms of bringing up people as an observatory. I mean, observatory, if we bring someone who is always researching the latest information about DeFi, about the protocols, about the network, because it takes time and we cannot afford it all alone. We need a troop of people behind us to build more content. And that's why I would like to ask you, all of you, if you are agree, if we start looking someone who can help us to, as an observatory or researcher of that kind of role. And also to finish, yeah, the last thing is, yeah, we are discussing also in a content creator system, and maybe next week I will show you a way that we are planning to bring content to the academy. And that's all from me.
Awesome, thank you. I will try I will try to get the NFT. We'll see if I didn't just brick one, but we'll see what happens. And but we'll see how that goes. And I just want to say, Angelo, I really appreciate sort of the spirit of experimentation and all the different things and the way that you're engaging the community. It's really powerful, and I have a lot of gratitude for that. So thanks for that. I still want to be careful about the gambling thing, but we'll see how that all looks like and how we describe it and make it fun in a game and not making, you know what I mean. So, but yeah, there are lines there that we must, as a community, mind and watch. So let's see, Kevin.
Perfect, thanks. So from my side, the first thing is just in terms of the treasury. As Kent did mention, we are open to some new treasury members. So if this is something you're interested in, I have just put the link in the chat to the form to fill in. So, I mean, ultimately, the treasury is here just to serve the community and to ensure that the transactions that need to be done are done. And so yeah, so if that's something that interests you, please do check that out. And then Kent, if you can get your show and tell hat back on. Yesterday, the OpenExO website completely changed. So if you have not gone to openexo.com in a while, please do go over there and check it out. So you will see that there is a completely new design, and where we're calling on leaders, organizations, and to make it easy for them and to highlight our economy. And if you scroll down just a little bit, we show the entire exponential ecosystem, and you will see that, of course, the community is right at the center of that. So yeah, so it's completely new. If you are interested, I mean, if there's anything that you see that you think we can do better, let us know. But ultimately, the aim was to update this. It's been like 2.5 years, I think, on the older website. And of course, there's still a lot of improvements that are going to be happening on this side as well. We wanted to get it up and running, and we're now going to be improving a lot of the elements around some of the funnels on the website, etc. So yeah, so that's something that's pretty exciting.
Hey, Kevin, you could talk about your future of series as well. I mean, you've got 2 great series going. If you just want to let people know who might not have seen them.
No, absolutely. So actually, yeah, if you are interested, on Friday we have a Future of Health with Julia and Ken and Michael, who are going to be speaking about the future of health, a little bit about the sci-fi hive they did and the insights that they gained there. So I think it's going to be quite a cool one. And I will quickly pop the link to that in the chat. And I think that's everything from my end.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. All right, we're going to jump over to Najib next. I'll stop sharing. Please check out the site. It looks great, Kevin. Congratulations to you and the entire marketing team. Ray, Kate, who else? There's so many other people that probably worked on that.
Well, my update, like everyone, Eric mentioned, we are, I would say, on the testing all the pieces for the gateway. The gateway has an extensive part, and basically is the side part, the gateway part, the smart contracts. Where we are right now on this week is we already test individually, but we are testing all of them because basically the gateway is in charge to write to the blockchain. But whatever that is being written into the blockchain, in this case, ExO's blockchain, even that we are interactive with the Ethereum blockchain, in this case, Wexus, we want all of that information be recorded there on the ExO's blockchain. Then on the 2 iteration, we found, like a normal way that we found some things that we were missing, and we are changing it in this 3rd iteration. In that sense, hopefully, in the coming week, we will start to, spread it to something that people can join us and test it. Again, all the tests will be done on the test net. Will be in our mainnet, means on the ExO's mainnet, but on the Ethereum testnet, Robstin is the one that we're going to use. At that moment, we will start to share the contract that we will be using on the testnet. That's and everyone with a small video that we are preparing, they will know what is the process to go through there, because they need to just to download the contract on MetaMask and do it there. And the last not least is that part, we are bringing, or we're using the gateway to bring ExOs to WExOs, but the idea is the next step just to go to the liquidity pool. That part is done, but we haven't tested end to end. That's where we are putting all the pieces together, but we are closer and closer to that moment, and then we need to start to coordinate a few other things with Ken and the rest of the team in terms of the liquidity pool.
Awesome. When's the next? Oh, well, never mind. I'm going to ask you that offline. I'll send you a message. I was going to ask you something. But did I miss anybody who is online right now? I don't think I did. Let's see. Okay, so
I would proxy by Cesar. No, he
okay.
has been working close with the guys from Rutanio. We are all, and it's a good announcement because Rutanio signed an agreement with an organization that is called Andy, and is future of Andy, and is basically the new Industrial National Association, and they are actually nominating like a new EXO organization, the new one, and they are working together. It's good. This past 3 weeks, Rutanio have done something that it was organizing an event where on every Friday they educate people. But that event, the people is able to use the Rutanio wallet to buy the goodies, meaning they got and buy the sodas, they buy it in an event, and it's super cool because they are using the QR code, they are using paper wallet, they are using the mobile wallet, and they are in that event. Everything that you can do is purchase it. You can purchase it with the rutas, and then I bring this one because it's something that at different level is engagement, is educational, and people is able to pay even some membership that they are offering with 50% on rutas, and it's something that to expand to the usability of tokens.
If and when the Treasury wants, there are some ruta available for the EXO economy to leverage in the ruta economy. But it is another whole wallet and thing to manage. So I will not try to force that on anyone, but there is a time and a place for that. Please remember that you will have those available to you. Yeah, and it would be a good thing. They have EXOs that they use, I think, from time to time in the OpenExO platform marketplace for sure. All right, thank you. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to give a couple of quick updates. These are, let me see. Let me open up a window here. So these are not economy specific updates. However, I'm going to start sharing them more and more frequently because we are looking at ways to more deeply, and Nikki, the work that you're doing on how to extend what you think of as the gamification components, right? Or the engagement components. This is one of those places where they deeply belong, right? So this is our platform. And what I want to show you is what we just done, because you just reminded me of that, talking about Rutanio. This is the marketplace, and inside there are opportunities that community members post. So I'll pick one that I believe has actually been done like this. So disrupt session core edge. So there, Stephen here, who frequents this meeting, actually he's not here today, but he's probably out there watching. Hi, Stephen, I'm using you as an example, has asked for a disrupt. Looks like he's asked for 2 disrupt coaches. Okay, so these are people who have specific training in our community to do disrupt. You're going to notice down here, there's the apply button. So if I wanted to apply for this position, I would click that button and apply. However, there's a new button. It's the share button. We all know that icon. If I click that, I'm going to get this same type of link that you're familiar with from the circles. And if I click copy link and I go, now look, I'm logged in, so it's kind of a pseudo test. But this URL here is special. It can be shared with anybody outside our own platform. That's just step 1, okay? This is a big deal. So we are punching through the login wall here. And now if I think of somebody who out there in the world who I think might be great for Stephen, I can send them this and they can find a path to be getting in touch with him. The next thing that we'll be doing is, if you remember, we have openexo.com/dev. See my Brave rewards. What is this? Oh, we have an issue, Kevin. Where's my dev page? I think I found a web bug, so I can't show the API right now. It's missing. Okay. So back to this. Anyway, point is, we've got the APIs for this very same marketplace, and we're going to put a public-facing version of the marketplace opportunities on the main website. And that's pretty cool, right? So all of this stuff here, these very similar, these cards will appear on an area of the OpenExO.com website. So that's exciting. Now, Nikki, if you can imagine, that gamifies it to a degree right there with the outside world, because exos are usable here. But there can be many other things that we could do in the platform using exos. You know, I can think of a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to get into it right now, but the whole thing can be effectively gamified in a circular economy fashion, so that the tokens hopefully are spent over and over again as people do the things they're supposed to do to help one another. Right, that's the point. So anyways, I just wanted to mention that. Let's see what else today. Some cool stuff brewing, but nothing else I can talk about today. So that's what I've got. And does anybody have anything that they're blocked on? Anything that they need? Perhaps you have an announcement you'd like to make. Announcement. Anything you need. This is the time to ask. It's an open floor. Let me check the YouTube channel too. No, I asked if anybody out there watching had questions, and they have not. So you're missing your chance. What about anybody here? I think the project updates cover things pretty well. So there's not, what can happen sometimes is somebody's update can trigger somebody else needing something. They're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know about that. And so if that has happened to you today, this would also be the time to speak up and ask for a next step. Going for 3. Okay, we're ending early because I got stuff to do, and I know you do too. So everybody have an awesome rest of your day. It's so great to see you. Thanks to all of you here, and anyone out there who watches this live or later. It will be on YouTube. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
folks.